Yeah, good afternoon, students. Today is 20th December 2021, Monday, CIV 103 Engineering Graphics Laboratory Session. So I request Subhani sir to start the session and carry out the stepwise procedure to be followed for the exercise number 9 today. Dear students, the last before class we finished the 8th part, 8th exercise, and in the last class we carried out the 10th exercise. Now, since the as par with the theory concepts, I hope you people might be studying the intersection of solids in the last week as well as in current week. You'll be studying in the current week in the theory part handled by the other faculty. So I request Shubhani sir to handle the session for the exercise number 9. Over to Shubhani sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, good afternoon, guys. So today we'll start the exercise number 9. So I'll share the screen. Yeah, can you able to see the screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Uh, so today we'll see the problem number 9 from your FreeCAD manual. So that already has sir told that the intersection of solids. So the concept of intersection of solids, so and the application part, you might have gone through in your theory section. So I don't want to repeat those applications and other part. So just we'll see how to reproduce the given drawing in your manual using the FreeCAD software. So just I'll read out the question and therefore we can see how to proceed and draw by using FreeCAD. So a cylinder of 60 diameter and axis 80 long is standing vertically on its base on HP. So we have a cylinder which is of diameter 60 and axis 80 long, and the base of your cylinder, it means that the circular part will be rest on its HP, and it is pierced by a square prism of 30 side and 100 length. So another solid, that is square prism. So it is pierced. It means that it is, so we know the meaning of pierce, it is penetrated through the another solid. Okay. And the dimensions of the square prism has been given 30 that is side. So this side is 30 100 length. The axis of which is parallel to both the reference plane and axis is equally inclined to HP. So this is the important thing to understand. So the way how you interpret the problem is very important in this scenario. See here they have given the axis which is parallel to both the reference planes. It means that we have like HP and VP, right? So the solid uh, can be like the only one position possible that parallel to both the plane. That is, it should be in first quadrant. Okay, and it should be a horizontal. Okay, so that's how it can be parallel to both the reference. And they have told that face is equally inclined to HP. Okay, uh, so we'll see that why this has been given. Okay, the axis of solids intersect at right angles. So it means that the axis of your cylinder and the axis of your square prism, both the axis of these two, cylinder as well as square prism, intersect at right angles. It means that so if this is your cylinder, and this is your uh, I hope, yeah, this will be giving you clear picture. So this is your cylinder and this will be your square prism. So if you see the axis, this is your axis of cylinder and this is axis of your prism. So both are intersected at right angles, that is 90 degrees. Okay. And the height of the axis above the prism is 40 mm. So though they have given it right angles, but now they have mentioned the at what height it is inclined to or intersects with the other solid. So that's the height given, and that is 40 mm. It means that from the base, the axis of your square prism is intersected or pierced with the another axis of your cylinder at 40 mm height from the base, that is HP. And they're asking us to draw the projections of solids showing the curves of intersection in the front view, right? So they're asking us to show this sort of curves, right? And you can ask that since it forms curves, why? Because so this is your circular, the cylinder, and one will be having the straight edges. So when it is penetrated through this cylinder, if you look at from the front view, so this is how the combination or intersection looks like. Okay, so this is how the question is given. Yeah. Now the part is here. Faces equally inclined to HP. So sometimes definitely they might have stopped the axis parallel to both the reference and they can stop. Okay, at that case, if you look at here, see the square prism is oriented in such way that like the orientation can be in any other, like two orientations can be possible. So one is the square can form this like proper square, like the one of the edges or sides of the rectangular face can be parallel to the HP, right? Now another orientation is this. Now why they have given this sort of arrangement? Because of faces equal inclined to HP. See, this face, if you have the rectangular face and this face, if I just place this entire square prism to this HP, the angle made by this side or this face will be equal. So that is more or less 45 degree, right? So that's why this face is inclined to HP is important in this case. If they have not mentioned any such like conditions, you can draw as usual. Like if you look at from the now it can look like a rhombus shape. So in general, if they have not mentioned this, you can draw a perfect square, right? Now we'll proceed the drawing. So first they have told the cylinder of 6 mm and 8 mm long vertically. So if you look at the from the top view, we can see that the diameter of your cylinder, right? So this the diameter, that is 60 mm. We draw that first. Yeah. So make sure that your mode should be in draft mode and it should be in top view. So first I'll take the reference line. Okay. Now I'll draw a circle of 60 mm diameter. So go to circle. So radius is, so diameter 60. So radius supposed to be 30 mm. Enter. So I think I'll read this. Now go to the display mode, convert into wireframe, and rest of the things. So you might know. So degree 0.01. Now I'll make a reference line. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now I will draw a 45-degree line. So why? Because see, first you can start from the either from the left side view or from the top view. So whichever the way you can do, it's a possible, right? So for easier, better understanding, we'll go from the top view, or else we can start over from the left side view itself. Okay. So I'll go to, so take a line uh, of this. So just somewhere around, take a point and then draw a line, a random line. That is, I'll take 170 with angle of minus 45 degree. Okay. So, and you know that why we take this 45-degree line. So you might have already learned in your theory. Now start projecting this points to here in order to get this view. So go to uh, snap angle, go to line. So just draw a straight line. So be careful, like when you drawing the straight line, so choose the corresponding options. So why? Because when you start drawing from here to here, sometimes it may be, if you choose like snap end or midpoint, it will be directing you to the midpoint. So instead of the drawing a horizontal line. Okay. Now again, go to a straight line.
Excuse me, sir. Just check with circles also, sir. It is also in 28.5.
Circle already have changed, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So just you draw a random length. Thereafter, we can trim those unnecessary points. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll draw the center of this circle. So for that, uh, snap center. So go to line option and draw a horizontal line. Okay. Now from here, we just project to the vertically. So go to line. Now we'll select the intersection point. So go to line. Yeah. Now similarly, the other end. So when the line highlights, just click it. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you look at the left side view, that we can see the intersection part clearly, right? Now, since this is your whatever the end lines, so that lines refers to your cylinder. It means that we are going to draw the height of your cylinder, that is 80 mm, 80 mm long axis. Okay. Now go to line option. So choose the snap end point. So go to line, draw a vertical line of length 80 mm. Again, take a line. So from this end, draw another length that is 80 mm. Now join these two lines. Okay. So I'll select this all and then convert into the required, that is angular deviation and Now we'll draw a midpoint, that is the center line. So go to line option. So before that, we will mark the midpoint option. Then go to line. Yeah. See, if you're trying to enable all these options, so if you can use the shift button, then you can select the line. So automatically it will be fallen like perpendicular line. So now select this line, so 1 degree, 0.01. Now, since it is center line, uh, change it from solid to dash dot. Right. So this is we got. Now, anyhow, the axis intersection is at mid of your cylinder. So we need not to bother about the 40 mm. So straight away we can use the snap midpoint. Then we can draw a line. Okay. So go to line. Okay. Select this. 0.01. Now we need to draw this square, right? So for that, we know already the option available for us, the regular polygon, right? So click this regular polygon. Now I'll choose this intersection point. So choose the number of sides to be 4. And now we know that in this FreeCAD, we need to give, instead of length, we need to enter the value of radius. So for this, already the predefined formula in the previous classes, we have used that is a by root 2. So where a is your side of your square prism, right? So here I have given that square prism length is 30 mm side, right? So do the calculation, that is 30 divided by root 2. So it comes to that 21.21. So enter the value at 21.21. Now just enter. So we'll get a filled area. So convert this into wireframe. So flat line to wireframe, and then other things. 1 degree, 0.01. So we have finished this part. Now, so from this part, we will project to the bottom, like vertically downwards. So why we do this projections, in the sense, in order to get the smooth curves. Okay, so you'll come to know what is the importance of this when we draw here. So you know already, you might be drawing in theory. So for that, go to again line. So I'll select this point. So draw until the bottom, wherever it intersects the 45-degree line. Again, line. Yeah. Now, so while drawing the midpoint of this, or while projecting midpoint of this side, so please make sure that your snap midpoint is on. So then only you can get the midpoint. Again, line. See, please make sure that you, even though if it is extend line, not a problem, but don't try to map this line. So why? Because I have enabled the so many options, so it may direct it to the midpoint or endpoint somewhere it directs. So please use shift button in order to project vertically. Okay. So almost we have finished the uh, this left side view. Okay. So is there any doubt up to here? So I'll stop here. So if any doubts, I'll take up here. Uh, Guys, can I proceed?
Please, sir.
Yeah, fine. So if there are no doubts, okay, I'll proceed. Yeah. Now we have projected all the end point of this, the corner point and the midpoint to with reference of our 45-degree line. Now same these projections we project towards the left where we get the top view. So that we are going to do now. So go to, so already there are lines. Now, yeah, if you look at here, the cylinder part is there, right? So that part will stop here. And why? Because the whatever the square prism is penetrating through the cylinder. So obviously it will be within the cylinder uh, references. So if it is the diameter of your cylinder, so the outer part, the complete part of your prism will be incorporated inside your cylinder. So that's why it will not be going outside of your cylinder. So make sure that while drawing, so only the edges of your square prism to be highlighted here. Okay, so we'll do that. So again, take a line option. So before that, I will mark the axis. So shift, so again line, again line. So I'll take in this point. Okay, I'll switch out this points. Yeah. Now project this point. So I'll take this end point. To draw at random length. Okay. Again, take a line. So take this point, draw it random length. Again, take a line and then draw this intersection point to a random length. Okay. So, and then from the center, just project it some reference value. Yeah. Now, so we have got all the projections from the left side view. Now, our job is to mark this 100 mm. So why? Because whenever your square prism penetrates into the like cylinder, So the length is 100 mm length. So if it is, we are assuming that it is equally penetrated, right? So that's why this half will be of 100, and then like if it is total 100, so the equally divided, that is 50-50. Okay, so now we need to mark from center to this end, that is 50, from this end to this end, that is 50. So we'll do that now. So that is we'll draw any other dummy line, and then we can remove that later. So what I do is we'll just remove this. Again, I'll take a line. Now I'll draw a line length of 50 mm to the right end. Okay, so I have taken this. Now from there, you just, so please make sure that your end point is on. Now go to line option. So take this point and then project only here. So if you draw, so I'll stop this. Okay, so this line is enough. Okay, you need not to draw until the end. Same thing. Again, take another side of length 50 mm. Now switch off or off this, and then take that point on. Now you just off it. Now project it to this uh, edge line. Okay. Now so remove this, and by using the, we have option called trim option. So by using trim option, you can do all other operation. So I'll select this. So go to trim option, select this line. Now all these extended lines, so make sure that it is trimmed up to this vertical line. So we'll do that. So I'll select this line. So trim option here. Again, select this line. Go to trim option. Select this line. Again, line, trim. Okay, sorry. So again, select this line, trim. So select this line. So before that, if there is any extension, so make sure that that is clear. So now select this line, trim it. Okay. Now we'll remove this and then keep it here. Now just rejoin this. Yeah. So okay, now we have got this portion. Now by using this and this as references, we will draw this front view. So just only the projection part is left. So just project from the left side view to the right side, or the left side, sorry. Then from top view to the front view vertically. So the all the intersection points will form this front view, and we'll do that. Now we'll project this cylinder height, that is 80 mm vertically. So go to line option. So before that, enable your snap endpoint. Now draw a vertical line of length 80 mm. Then another line from here of 80 mm. again join these two lines. So make sure that again I have not done those angular deviation and all. So I'll do that. So control option, I'll select all the lines. Okay. So angular deflection 1 degree, 0.01. Okay. Now we'll project the axis. So, so project it till here. Now draw the center line. Now project the like from sideways. So from this edge, so you can project with a random length. Then you can do the other things. Again, end point. So from this end, again line option. Again take line. Same line option. So this end point. So make sure that there the angular deflection is 1 degree, 0.01. So now we have projected from this side to the left side, and then same thing from here, whatever the intersection points are there, we will project to the upward. Okay. So again go to, so first we'll take this point, so this intersection need to be projected upward. So from this end as well as this end. Okay. So that is from this point I'll take. So it will cover automatically the top and bottom. So just draw a random vertical length. Then later you can trim those. So again, we have finished this. Now we'll finish this end. So that is from here. Now the midpoint of the prism. So that is, so this line. So it will be somewhere here. It means that automatically I have to go from this end. So from here I have to start. Okay, the intersection point. Then you just draw some random length. Same thing from for this end. So it will be supposed to be here. Okay. So now we'll make sure that this and this, to be the angular deflection 1 degree. The deviation is 0.01. Okay. So now we have got the this projections which is required to form this curve. So before doing that, so we'll do some other alterations to be in line with this top view. So that is the length of the square prism, that is 100 mm. So go to line, So just take its any other line and then project it here. Similarly, the other end. Okay. Now you can join the other ends too. So line. So this point to now uh, from this line to okay, snap in. I'll lock this. Okay. Now you can remove this. Okay. Now we'll do the some other alterations. So select this line, go to trim option and this line. So select this vertical line. So trim option and this. So select this trim option as well as select this vertical line and trim. Okay. Similarly, this end also. So whatever the lines which we don't want, do those. So select this line, use trim option and select this vertical line. Similarly for other three lines too. Okay. Yeah. So there is some extension is there. So I'll remove that. Yeah. Uh, yes. Now the only part is the curve. Now wherever the intersection point of this line and from same thing from the bottom. So that is your first intersection point, and then this is your second intersection. So that is this line as well as from the horizontally. So that is your second, and this is your third. So likewise, we need to make a curve from all other like four sides. So we'll see how to do that. So go to the multi-point B-spline option, select that. So now this is our first intersection point, and this is our second intersection point, and this is the third and the last intersection point. So once if you come here, you just stop it and then give finish. So don't uh, come to this end and then try to end here or finishing there. So sometimes your curve will be like it is uh, deviating from this reference line or this edge, so which we don't want that. So why? Because in your manual, so it is perfectly like it seems to be like a tangent in such a way it is there. So in order to get such state, so we don't continue the curve. So again, we'll repeat the same process. So go to spline, so first intersection point, second and third, and then finish it. So then we can get such shape. So now just we can do the mirroring. So select these two, go to mirror option. So select this point, So it will false the other right side. So I think so major part of your diagram is finish, right? So other things are just the highlighting the whatever the portions which we can see. So I'll start from the left side view. So if I see from the left side view, I can only see the outer part of the cylinder and the pierced portion. So I will highlight that. So select that. Okay, go to line color to select the red. Okay. So now bottom part also is there. So we'll do that. So we'll trim that. Mm. So all other things are like already the known things for you. So just the regular operations which we do. Now, so it's just an extension in order to create the highlight of this. So 1 degree. Now highlight with the required color. Right. So we have finished this part. Now we'll do the necessary things here. Now we will highlight the top view. So if I look at the same intersection of solids from the top view, so since the outer part of the diameter, that is cylinder, will be visible, and then whatever the left out part of the prism, so the only the outer part will alone will be visible. So why? Because since it is a solid cylinder, right? What happened? It will be invisible. So the invisible lines we will be using, that is the hidden lines. So the whatever the part inside this solid is not going to visible for us. So we are not highlighting that part. So that's why it is shown in the hidden lines. So you might have known what is the purpose of the hidden lines. And we only highlight the whatever the part visible for us. So the outer diameter and then the edges of the since if you look at from here, this part will be visible, that is point number 1, and 7 dash 3 double dash will be visible for us. So that's how we are getting these 3 edges as a thicker line. Okay, so do tick those corresponding lines alone, and then rest you can leave it. So and doing that is again it's like a repetitive job. So we need to make some, again delete, and then again we need to redraw the lines. So that's thing now. So for that, I'll what you do is you draw a double line and then you delete it. Okay, I'll take a line. I'll mark till here. Now I will delete this line. Now by using this line, I can start drawing the other incomplete portion. Like take this line. So till here. Okay, only inside the circle, right? So after the circle, so we don't see that. Okay, anyhow, okay, this is not required for us, sorry. Yeah, anyway, I have drawn. So I'll straight away, I'll join here. So only part is first, third, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first, third, and fifth lines are need to be altered. So again, go to the line option. I'll draw till here. Now I'll remove this. Now draw from here to this end, and from there to till the 45-degree line or here, and then from here to here. Okay, same thing for the first third line. So already this is a full line, so I'll delete this line option. Now from here to here you can join it. Same thing follows for this. So here already have a line, so I'll remove this. So go to line. I'll trim till here, and I'll trim to here. So why? Because it is not happening the arc through there, and then till here. Okay, so now almost we have got the required things, that is the outer part to be highlighted in that. So this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then our circle. 1 degree, line color to be red. Okay, so this is how we do highlight this, and the rest of the things. So we need to change into this one hidden, and then hidden. So I'll select this as well as this 1 degree, 0, 1. So from solid to dashed. Okay. Okay. Now, so this is supposed to be our center line. So I'll select this. Dash dot line. And now, so this is our another hidden line. So from solid to dot. Okay. So we have finished this part now. Sorry. Now we will do this one. So that is the visible things. So if I look at from the frontal view, first one is I can see the cylinder and then the pierced portion of your rectangle, that is square prism, and then the curves which are formed by the intersection of solids. Only those are visible, and this is like this is penetrated through the cylinder. Since it is inside the cylinder, will be representing with the hidden lines. Now we'll do that. So we'll follow the same procedure. So what we have done now, uh, same. I'll take a line. So from here, this line. Now delete this. Go to line. So inner part alone, you make a ortho here. Same thing for this too. So I'll take a line till this intersection point. Yeah, delete this. So use ortho option. Yeah. So this one, finish this one, and then the center line. That is this. So anyhow, already we have a intersection this, we can remove this directly. So we can draw a line. So I'll remove this end point. Yeah. Now we can draw this. So this one, okay, we'll see. And then, yeah, and then the bottom one. So I'll remove this, I'll delete. And then by using the end point, I'll draw. And then draw the required portion. Yeah. So with that, we're almost complete. So we'll highlight the outer part alone. Select this. Yeah. So this is also to be altered. Hmm. So this is supposed to be trimmed to here. Here. Now I'll delete this and then this. So I'll draw a line here. Then go to line. So join these two. Same thing, this side too. Line intersection point. So from this intersection to this bottom, and then again the final one. So now so things are simpler, so we can do it easily. So select the outer parts. Sorry. Right. Now, do the other things. Yeah. And other things are the hidden lines. So this one supposed to be dashed line, and this dotted. Mm, So dashed dot center line. Uh, yeah. So I think, yeah. So here the unnecessary things can be removed, or so the common points are also matched here. So it means so this point to be pointed here, and then this point is also marked here. So in line. So take this and this. Yeah. And this supposed to be uh, center line. Yeah. I hope that like major part is finished. So one rest of the things are your dimensioning and the numbering and lettering. Uh, so you can do yourself those things. So because already you might have used all those things for like last 10 weeks. So those things you can do yourself. So I'll stop here. If you have any doubt, so I'll repeat that. Thank you guys.
Thank you, sir. Students, if you have any doubt, you can go ahead and get
Yeah.
it clear. There is already GCR assignment is created for the exercise number 9 and make use to submit their exercises. So as sir actually quoted, the other things like naming the part, dimensioning, angular dimensions, everything is similar thing what we have already taught you in the last classes. So hope you can do it by your own
Yeah.
and make use of this time and try it complete by today. There is a due date which is fitted in the GCR to be completed in the next class. So we can finish this exercise. We'll be finishing the other two exercise in the next class. Means that by next Monday, with Almighty blessings, we try to complete the exercises which is given or mentioned in the FreeCAD manual. We'll be completing. So if time permits and everything is goes well, we'll be having the model exams. I request Subhani sir also will be accept this. So we can have we'll try to provide some models, and for that, along with Shubhani sir, we will be planning a kind of questions, set of questions to make you to practice yourself. and improve the proficiency of yours in this FreeCAD. So all other details will be shared soon. So next week we'll be only having the 11th and 12th exercise will be it's a simple exercise. So both exercise will try to cover in the next week itself. With that note, I finished my part. If you have any doubt, you can go ahead and ask your doubts, get it cleared. If not, we'll be sharing this. Of course, we'll be sharing the recorded lecture in the GCR. If you doesn't have any doubts, we can start leaving the session. Thank you, guys. All the best. Good day to you. Thank you, Shubhani, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Uh, is there any doubt, guys, here? Do you want to repeat any part? Do the rest of the things.
Sir, I feel there won't be any doubt from students in. Can we wind up the session, sir, with your permission?
Oh, okay, sir. Sure, no problem. Yes, I'm
Thank
just
you,
sharing.
students. Yeah. Thank you, students. So you can leave the session, make use of the time to proceed in completing the exercise. Thank you, sir. Thank you, students. Yeah, we'll be here for the next 1 hour also. Uh, we'll be here in the sense you're always available for clear your doubts. So make use of the doubt steps is already cleared. So we can use the time to complete and submit it in JCR. We will grade now if you submit by now also. Thank you, sir. This recording is getting stopped where we not to increase the size of the video as well as video memory space. So we are stopping this video. Only the content of exercises, step-wise procedure already coded by SAP. I just stopped the video. If you have doubt, we can clarify here.